we're looking at Xenoblade Chronicles X. Alex, tell the good people at home and here, what is Xenoblade Chronicles X?
Xenoblade Chronicles X is a sequel of sorts to Xenoblade Chronicles on the Wii. It's very similar in terms of gameplay, like the way that you go about battle systems and the way you explore, but it's set in a kind of alternate universe to the one in the first Xenoblade Chronicles. There are some returning characters and creatures like the Nopon are in this as well.
Cool. I mean, I played the first Xenoblade Chronicles, but it's not. If other people did too, it's not based in the same world, as you say, but the gameplay's similar. It's the same.
So narratively, it's a little bit different,
right.
But again, the way you play the game, the way you interact with it is very, very similar. And it will
let's
feel
talk
very much at
about
home.
the fact that we're in these giant robots. Filippo, tell me, what is this all about?
So these are Skells, and these are mechs that you get the license to use fairly late in the game. They're of course very cool and super powerful. I just wanted to show them here because when you start the game, this is Primordius, the first area of the game that you explore. And of course I would be on the ground down there when I'm on foot at the beginning of the game. And when I have access to Skells and then I access the ability to fly on them, then you can see that, for example, all this area up there becomes an entirely new layer that I can then explore.
I see, so you limit the player at the beginning. You're not with like invisible barriers necessarily, but literally you cannot get up there until you get one of these mechs. All right, so let's. Is there anyone up here who we can fight with?
Well, we can try to look for somebody. So when I'm on the ground, instead of running, which I would do on foot, I can transform into a vehicle, as you can see.
Just transformed. That was like it was no big thing. Now who's this chap? We got a level 50 something.
This guy is level 50, and I mean, it's just over the starting area of the game, so it's of course something I can tackle. Not even now, because if I target him, you can see that my Skells are level 41. So I mean, my character is level 41, so this guy is level 50. If I get close to him, he's gonna kill me dead. And he's also aggressive because you can see from the eye icon that basically if he sees me, he's gonna attack me automatically.
So I should probably talk into my mic. That's probably a good idea. So not everything will attack you on sight. Some things are passive, some things are mean, and they will just go straight for you.
I mean, this is a system that's similar to the original Xenoblade Chronicles on the Wii. There are certain enemies that are that attack on sight, certain enemies that are sensitive to sound, certain enemies that only attack you if you attack other members of their species, for example.
Got you. Now, what's going on the gamepad? If you just want to show the camera over there and talk me through what's going on.
So the gamepad has a lot of, for the most part, it's got a lot of map options, and there's a fast travel ability that you can do. So by exploring Primordia, you can find out these beacons, and that allows you to kind of quick move across this huge map that you can go to. And as Filippo's just showing you right here,
so you can teleport from the beacons. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, there are many areas you can teleport from. But mainly, you see these blue icons.
Yep.
Is where I planted a probe on the ground to extract materials. And that also allows me to discover the area around the probe, basically.
Right, so it really opens up the map. So I'm guessing at the beginning of the game, you don't have any of this. You are just on the ground. You have to walk. You have to fit your way around. But then you can plant these beacons and unlock these portals, and then you can teleport around.
That's how you open up map areas. I mean, that's how you see new map areas. And so now I changed the map view, and you can see there are tons of hexagons on the map. In each of these parts, there is something for you to do. Maybe there's a quest, or maybe there's a unique creature, or maybe there's a teleport beacon, for example, that you can see on the tiny orange icon. I can simply teleport there. Actually, I wanted to
I was going to say, I've just noticed
this guy because I
character
never
here.
saw him. It looks like a dead creature, and oh no, he's not, definitely not dead.
Fight him! Come on, fight him!
He's level 65.
And
he's level 65. I want to keep my Skells.
and what level are you? 41. Okay, yeah, that doesn't seem like a fair fight.
The
well,
thing with the
you gotta
Skells as
fight
well.
somebody, right? I mean,
Yeah.
people want to see. I mean, you did mention that the combat is very similar to, or the same type of combat as in the first Xenoblade Chronicles. So, maybe who can we fight to show that off?
Yeah.
Someone down in the ground, maybe.
I'm gonna go down on the ground and be very, very cheap and take a level 22 enemy that I'm sure I can tackle.
That's too easy. All right, fine. Level
The
22.
Skells level a little differently to us as well. So if you're in your human form and running around on foot, you obviously level by fighting and gaining experience, but you actually buy Skells a certain level. So you can purchase all the first ones around level 30, and then this is a level 41 Skell that we have purchased.
All right. So what's this this beastie that Filippo's fighting, Alex?
So Well, a lot of the creatures of the game, the developer said that they wanted to make them look like something that you can relate to, that might be similar to something that exists on the planet Earth, but with alien connotation, with an alien connotation to it. So like this guy looks like a giant bug, but not a bug that really would exist on Earth. Oh, so now I moved to the cockpit view, because when I get when I respect certain conditions, I can actually look at my character from inside the cockpit, which is really cool.
So talk me through, what are you doing in terms of actually issuing the commands?
So as you can see, if I don't touch any button, the characters will auto-attack. But I can use the arts down there, so it's a series of abilities that are on cooldown. And the game is all based on combos. So for example, now I have highlighted that ability. If you read the text, it says boosts melee power. So I use that, and then I use a melee ability. So I use my sword, for example, and I use it from inside my skull.
And he's dead, he's done. And you got, wait, what did you get? You got a refined horn, very good. Always useful.
So I got some materials, and you can also get some items from the enemies. These are also objects that you can just collect by walking over them, that you can see on the map. Also, you can see that there's a day and night cycle. There are some creatures that only appear during the day, some only during the night. Some of the creatures are aggressive at different times of day because maybe they're sleeping during the day. And the weather system is also quite important. Now the weather is clear, as the menu is saying, but for example, if it's raining, I might receive more damage from electrical attacks. Or if there's a sandstorm in the desert, I might have a lower chance to hit, for example.
Absolutely. Okay, so Alex, what other areas were you wanting to show us? We've seen that kind of island in the sky.
Yeah,
what else is on your list?
There are 5 main continents in the game, and this is just one. Primordia is just one. So again, if we just pop down to the gamepad screen here, we'll see the 5 different areas. So we've got Primordia, we've got, sorry.
Turn it this way a bit.
I can't see the name there.
There you go.
Noctilum. I think I'd want to have a look at that.
It's a jungle,
area.
Yeah. Noctilum is more of a jungle area.
Yeah.
Oblivia is a desert-like environment, whereas Sylvalum is a complete alien environment. And I really am, like, it's one of my favorite places. It really looks like a place that's impossible on Earth.
Can we go there now then?
Of course. I can teleport to all the places that I've already discovered, and actually when teleporting to an area or when loading a new game, it's the only moment where you have loading times. If I would simply drive my skull there or file my skull there, they would be completely seamless. There would be no loading time.
How long would that take to drive your scale there?
Maybe 5-6 minutes of continuous flying.
Continuous driving, okay. Yeah. Wow, okay, this is very different.
Oh wow, it's also quite rare to catch a rising energy mist. You can see there on the screen, all those icons are buffs or debuffs that your characters gets because the weather right now is a rising energy mist.
It's like reverse snow.
Yeah, in a way, yes. Yeah.
In a way. In other words, no, Cam. No, it's not. Oh, level 30, a bit more of a challenge. Go on, fight this guy.
Yeah, we can try. Actually, when I'm on scales, I don't need to be on the ground to attack. I can simply do it from. I can fly, and as long as I get close enough, I can automatically trigger combat. And I can also seamlessly change from ranged to melee weapons. I like this giant green glowing claw that my skull has. So I'm gonna go in close and attack. And you can see that the characters are sometimes shouting something. Like Lin now, my tank, is shouting something. And basically, each of these battle cries have a color. If you execute the ability of the appropriate color, then your party gets healed a little, and also it increases the tension of the party. So their willingness to fight and their effectiveness.
Gotcha. And
an anti-pulsar. So something that's quite nice, in a way that changes the gameplay a bit, is that when you're on the ground, like if I'm here, you can see I go out of the skull, so you can also now see how smaller, how much smaller the
You're tiny. Wow, okay, so those enemies were actually huge. Now, what level are you on the ground? I mean,
I'm level 41, yeah.
So could you take these guys on the ground and win?
I can try, for sure. Let's go.
Let's get this started.
It might be a little bit more difficult because you're not as strong as your skills.
It's based on the size. So there are certain enemies that are of massive scale, that are obviously hard for you if you are on foot and you're not really supposed to tackle them at that point. But there are some enemies that will not attack you at all if you're on a scale because they're too scared of you. So it's not just the level, it's really the sheer size of the enemies that changes.
You took a big bit of damage there, Filippo. Your health, I think, is now... oh, yeah, you need to... I think... Yeah, focus on killing this guy. So what are we fighting here, Alex? What is this? A knight?
This is the knight pugilist. Obviously, they're level 36. He's quite an aggressive monster.
Kind of looks like an ostrich with a big blade thing and then also a gun in his face.
Yeah, it's kind of more reminiscent. If we're looking back to the previous Xenoblade game, more of like a Mechonis type enemy than the Bionis side.
Okay. So who are these, Alex? Who are the other characters that Filippo's fighting with? There's Lyn and
Lyn
Elma.
and Elma are your two main members of the party, and narratively they'll be with you for the most part.
Are they there like throughout you with the whole game, or do they change
pretty
up?
Much, yeah, pretty much.
They are the first two characters that you meet in the story mode, but there are 16 characters that can be made members of your party. You can control them if you want to. And because there's an online component, I can also use a character of a friend of mine and use him as an AI-controlled character in my party. So, for example, I could find Alex's character just roaming around in my city and recruit him into my party.
Wow, so I mean, it's kind of endless the number of people you could have, or the different types of people you could have on your team. Is it always a team of 3?
No, up to 4.
Up to 4 people, right, okay. Well, guys, it's been fantastic to have an early look at Xenoblade Chronicles X. Now, tell me all the important information, like when can people get hold of it, when's it coming out in the West, in the US?
The most important thing is that obviously it is going to be out this year. It's going to be out on December the 4th, 2015.
December the 4th.
So that obviously it's going to be just in time for the holiday season. And this is the big one to have.
If you're here at EGX, can you play Xenoblade Chronicles X?
It is available to play at the Nintendo stand. We've got 5 pods. Come on down and play it.
5 pods. There you go. So if you are here at EGX watching this and you want to play this game, head on over to the Nintendo stand. I'm sure you'll see both Alex and Filippo there. Have a chat to them, play the game. And I'm going to throw back to myself in the future, past. I don't even know. Hello, me.